Welcome back to Blue Archive's 24th season of the Joint Fire Drill. This season's exercise will be a defense drill. During the defense drill, your units will be swarmed by over 100 small sweepers. It is your job to defeat them within the allotted time. You can do whichever stage you want, and you can do them all collectively up to 3 times. The higher the stage, the harder the challenge. You will be scored on each stage depending on the difficulty and the amount of time that you had left upon completion. The stipulations for stage 4 are: number 1, outdoor terrain. Number 2, the enemies will have light armor. Number 3, your units in the front position will receive a flat 35,000 damage bonus. In exchange for that, the enemies will receive a massive 500% HP bonus. Number 4. The enemies will receive a 600% damage increase, as well as a 25% movement speed buff. I have attempted to do this stage without using any Gacha exclusive 3-star units or borrowing any units. I was not able to complete stage 4 3 times. I have, however, managed to do a 4-4-3 clear, yielding a total of over 200,000 points. We'll go over all clears and explain team strategies. Hopefully you can extract some ideas out of this, because honestly, I do not recommend you try this. Some of these clears were very tight. Additionally, the first team has a lot of variables that can screw you over at the end of the fight. Again, I do not recommend you try this, but you can use the strategies shown here to build a better team. Honestly, just bring Bunny Neru. If you have her, rejoice! Finally some content that can use her. Anyways, let's begin. This is what Team 1 looks like. Right at the beginning of the fight, you will use Sena to get Tsubaki away from the rest of the team, and as soon as Akane retreats, you're gonna use her taunt to pull all the enemies towards her. Your core DPS here will be Haruka. Because she is a front unit, she will receive a 35,000 damage boost. Once all the enemies have congregated around her, you will use Haruka's EX skill to wipe them out. From there on, you will just keep cycling this rotation. Serena to reposition, Tsubaki to funnel, and Haruka to wipe. Just be careful when repositioning your units, as you don't want your tanks to be too close, too far, and you also don't want to advance too slowly, but also not too fast, as you risk hitting the edge of the map. As you can see, I cleared the stage with about a second left, but this was after about 2 hours of retry, so again, don't do this. For Team 2, we'll have Amy as the main tank, because she can heal herself and her single-minded assault skill will actually wipe a good amount of enemies. You will want to start the stage by bringing everyone except Aru forward, and as soon as you're able to, repositioning Izuna behind the front line. From there on, there isn't a set pattern. You just have to pay attention to Amy's health healing her with Hanae whenever needed. You will also want to constantly reuse Izuna's EX skill, as her repositioning also gives her an attack speed bonus. Because her Shuriken basic skill activates based on normal attack count, an attack speed increase will make it activate more often. Izuna's Shuriken does area damage, and because she is also a front unit, she will receive the flat damage bonus, making her Shuriken absolutely deadly. Again, the timing was pretty tight, but the results can vary a lot. I know that because I've done it with about 10 seconds of spare time, as you can see right here. 14-3. Again, this is not a stage 4 clear, this is a stage 3 clear. We're bringing Neru, Yuka, and Tsurugi because they're all front units and they will receive the damage bonus. Tsurugi does piercing damage, which gets halved against light armor enemies, but the damage bonus is so significant that it doesn't really matter. Yuka and Neru have SMGs, so they'll have high attack speed and will easily deal with the enemies in the front area. Mutsuki doesn't get the damage bonus, but she does have high damage, so her EX skill does wipe out enemies pretty easily. Hibiki also doesn't get the damage bonus, but her EX skill can take care of enemies pretty easily. We're also bringing Kotama for the damage bonus, and her EX skill, which also increases units' attacks. Due to this being stage 3 and not 4, the enemies do not get the 600% damage bonus, nor the 25% movement speed bonus. However, you have less time to do this, as you only have 2 minutes and 40 seconds. At some point, you will be asked to kill enemies at the rate of about 1 enemy per second, so be sure to space out your EX skills so that you can keep the conveyor belt of enemies going. Now that that's over, would you like to see some satisfying Haruka sweeps?